How are you today? Today we study the history of study. We're going to take you from that which was written, that from which was stolen, and how we will achieve the means in the future. Today, many people on the internet doing many things, some good, some evil, some productive, some unproductive. What we have to do now is to learn how to be who we are. So, what I'm trying to do is we are all survivors. This book is called Survivor's Guide to Technical Writing. When we speak about technical writing, we're talking about how to utilize the language of English. They say English was given to us, but everything comes from the original. English is a product of what we call symbols. Each letter represents something. Also, put letters together, they have words. Words are what they call moods. MOODS, WORDS. The M and the W is the same symbol inverted, turned upside down. The M and the W is the same. All these letters represent something which you will know. This particular book, in it, it has other books that says technical writing, which we will go through. Finances, survey guide to finance. And if you look at the word finance, you will see the word fine, FIN for infinity. You will see the word fine, FINE for punishment. Most systems is based on rewards and punishment. Then we have the legal environment. The legal environment is a system whereas you must know the policy. The policy is the principles, the laws, the policies is that which you must learn to engage in your surroundings properly, in your business affairs, in your home life, and what they would call your religious. Then you have Survival Guide for Small Businesses, in which we will go and explain about the business, the format of business, how to network and get big. The reason what it is the unity. And the unity because of the social networking is not allowing people to rise up. Like a basket full of people, people pull each other down instead of finding one common ground so we can all make that circle, complete that circle of righteousness and become a royal circle, a royal origin, a royal beginning. So I just want to use a couple of words here so you will know. This particular book, it deals with the lecture outline, reinforcement activities, career activities, lectures, extensions, communication clips for the workplace, technical links related to the websites, document samples, the sample solutions for text, and CD activities and cases, PowerPoint presentations. When dealing with communication, you deal with listening skills, you deal with network environment, critical thinking and problem solving, webbing and clustering techniques, media literacy and bias, guidelines for conducting a survey, culturally correct presentations, web design guidelines, ethics of presentations, and ethics of persuasion. See, everything in communication is to get you to do or don't do, get you to restrain, get you from or towards. So verbal communication, speaking, verbal communications where someone can look at the writings and get what you feel. You're putting your feelings on the paper. Just as I speak to you now, I'm putting my thoughts and giving it to the world. I'm not holding back because it's not about that. But most people, to get on top, push people back down. They misdirect them. They lead them in the wrong direction. And most leaders today, because of how they were taught in their formative years, continue to push people down, and they use a technique that is not what we call royal and righteous. That's the R&R. R&R and different technical things is remove and replace, and that's what those elders did. They didn't know. They didn't take time to learn. They consumed, and now they have a lot of ailments. They have arthritis, they have fibroids, cancers, diabetes, all this because they befriended with that which was not their friend, the enemy. They did take time for their children, just like the breast. The woman's breast is for a reason. If she doesn't utilize it, she will pay the penalty. Those people who are suffering mentally are suffering because of the many things that they have done in their life, and it haunts them. The things they take pills, they stop birth, they dry their milk out with shots so they don't feed the antibiotics to the children. They gave them formula milk that was poison and not beneficial for the newborn, the infants, the returning souls. Uh, they lied about who's the daddy just to get money. They scheme, they scam women, these same women who are the tribal leaders. So if the tribal leaders are not in their proper place, then other tribes of people come and take advantage. And this is what's happening with the schooling system. People have taken advantage of the melanated people, as they call them, melanated, MEL, which means king, which means ruler, overseer. They have taken advantage of those, and they have dummied the them down. I said it, dummied the them down. And they got them fighting each other over things that don't make no sense. They got them on the chemical warfare. Chemicals being drugs, intoxication, alcohol, even to the fact of weed, what they call ganja, smoke, marijuana, all these things is not giving them what they call ESP or extrasensory perception. It gives them an her conception altered. They're not dealing with the precise measurement of thoughts. They're not dealing with mental telepathy. They're not dealing with their spiritual powers because they're being influenced by that which is called matter. You see, from that matter, you see, which is the weed, or the drugs, or the marijuana, or the cocaine, whatever. You know, at one time it was to be used as an emergency to get back to doing things, and now people are abusing all of it. You know, one time Pepsi Cola was not just the cola nut, but the cocaine, and Pepsi Cola and Coca Cola was cocaine in the drink itself. So people got a head start. People did things that we, as we come back to this planet, as angelic beings or Elohims or Anunnaki, as we told, we will not do that. You should not do that. Because that right there is dependency. Now you're dependent on something else. So we're talking about lecture outline, contemporary issues, case, reinforcement activities, career activities, lectures, extensions, communication clips, and the workplace. So going further into the book, we have a building a foundation. Building a foundation, dealing with ethics, diversity, teams, and collaboration. Okay? Critical thinking, activities, skills, application, contemporary issues. Chapter 2 is communication models in the CMAPP analysis. Transactional communication methods, the communications models, that's chapter 2. The technical writing process, pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and proofreading, and then you publish. So you have pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, proofreading, and publishing. Chapter 4, it goes into reading for information, finding information, and using information. Chapter 5 in this particular book talks about communication with graphics and visuals, document features, document presentation, visuals, and illustration and photos. Chapter 6, describing, instructing, persuading, and summarizing. Describing, instructing, persuading, and summarizing. You have technical descriptions, simple instructions, persuasive messages, and summaries. Chapter 7 deals with letters, memos, and electronic correspondence. Strategies from conveying news, letter formats, memos, electronic communications. Chapter 8, characteristics of reports, purpose of reports, informal reports, formal reports. So there's different types of reports. So what we're doing right now, we're going over Africa. I'm Pastor Africa right now, and I'm teaching those around the world, stemming from Africa, the motherland, the largest continent. We take that, all those with eyes on Africa and the people that's in Africa, those people who have been hurt, those people who have suffered from the pains of those greedy Europeans, those greedy other people. When we say Europe, we say Europa. We say that which was roped off, and they broke out of the caves of Europe, and they started doing things that was bad, sad, and very destructive. So now, from that, we got what they call pharmaceutical products, which was to help them and ease them. That's what they call it, pharmacy, the mercy. Mercy means yes, and mercy also means that which was given a chance, a second chance. So when we're talking about those people who were once melanated and now they have what they call leucoma, or the biblical term Lynette, which leaves them to appear to be clear skinned or milky, or what they call white. They use white as a political name, as we hate, and black as to be lacking, and taking black and make them subordinate, putting them under a program called the spell. Spell this word, spell that word. And then as you spell these letters that are put into words, these words is the type of vibrations that control people. Control, the word control is the continual rule of a person, continual rule of a country, a county, a state, of the world, of a global. So all things being done, all things being said, we are giving you the keys so you can rise up and get out of your misery. Now, we're talking about letters, memos, electronic correspondence. Then we're talking about proposals, classifications of proposal. What is a proposal? Uh, Informal or formal proposals, qualities of winning proposals. A proposal is something that you propose to do. You want to make it public. You're showing people your mission statement. I have not a proposal, but in my business plan that I will share with the world. I will share my business plan with you. And those who are dedicated, want to help me, can do it. Those that's not, the proposal itself is the process of you learning. And those who know and thought they knew and didn't want to help others, that's on you. That has nothing to do with me and what I'm talking about now. So we got effective presentations, the development of process. As you see, you can Google me, NUSKQU. You can Google me, NUSKQU, and you will see uh, something that will continue on. You have to go back to go forward. You have to go down to jump up. See, and if you do not know your history, your high story, you will not be able to continue and be successful. So we got chapter 12, seeking employment. Now that's where it stops. We are not to be employed. We are to rise up and be our own boss, entrepreneur. Now, being your own boss or working in your own system is different ways we can do that, and you can be utilize your energies, which you are electromagnetic energy. So your energy is the most important thing. The paper is not important. The paper is a lie. Your energy is what is needed every day. And we're going to utilize, we're going to put ourselves in the proper position to be more worthy. See, once we know our worth, then we can proceed. Okay, so seeking employment, we're not going to seek employment. We're into unify and coming together. And with that, that's an agreement, and that is sharing. Employment, you have your employee, employer, you have your master, you have your slave. So we try making it known to you that that's not the way we're going. So you got grammar and style guide, parts of speech, sentence parts, and sentence structures. So that's all within this, and we call this building a foundation. Now, the word foundation, a master builder, each of you are master builders. You must learn mastery. You must learn how to master. You are a master. And once you learn different things, you become a master of that particular subject or environment. You know the ins and the outs, the do's and the don'ts, the maximum, or what we call the micro and the macro of many things. So building a foundation, your master builder, the foundation is found action, the action that is found to be implemented for it to be successful and maintain longevity. So when it says it speaks here letters or memos, about letters of advertising and coming together. Characteristics of technical communications is necessary for a specific audience. Integration of visual elements, ease of selective access, timelessness, and structure. It says technical communication is audience driven to respond to specific audience needs and information. That's what we're doing now. We're talking about responding to your needs, our needs as a global family. Okay, we could say salam alaikum. You can say shalom, shalom. You can say peace and blessings. You can say hallelujah. You can say alhamdulillah. You can say amasta. You can say rahubat. You can say many things and greetings that brings and make you feel comfortable to those vibrations, those tones. But what we say today is get your ass up and learn. How about that?